Keith, and on Geographical Today, we'll be learning about the origin of the mmga tribe, the Huns. The Huns were a dominant force during the 4th and the 5th century. The origins of the Huns have been under speculations for many years now. Many scholars have tended to find the origins of the Hunnic tribes. Some have believed that the Huns have been living on the eastern edge of the Altai Mountains in the Caucasus. Since the 18th century, many scholars have believed the Huns were the mysterious Lajong people. These people had harassed the border of North China and was adapted in horseback and bow and arrow combat. Despite these plausible speculations, the Huns are elusive beings of time.
Hello, my name is Gabriel. Welcome to this web session. Today we'll be discussing the rise and peak of the Huns. To start off, the Huns came to prominence by inspiring chaos among the surrounding areas of the Roman Empire. The chaos they created later resulted in the eventual downfall of the entire empire, which we'll discuss later. The Huns became the most powerful and feared military force in Europe and brought death and devastation wherever they went. Their warfare skills surpassed the likes of anyone at the time, including the Romans, barbarians, Visigoths, and Vandals. Their power resulted from overpowering and invading other regions. The Huns were a disruption to the peace of every tribe they marched across. For the next decade, the Huns regularly invaded surrounding areas, and they became rich from booty and took many slaves.
So, Attila, my father, are we here to discuss implementing a new government system?
I'm sure you meant argue.
Keep your comments, proceed with any ideas you have.
Okay, don't you think we should be more organized with governing our people?
I agree. Our economy is heavily reliant on hunting and herding. We can't solely rely on that. We'll perish.
My children, we only need to focus on our warfare strategies to keep us in power.
But I agree with Melsham. Extortions and raids has brought us this far. We need something long-lasting. Selling the wealthy citizens and Roman soldiers we keep as slaves isn't going to bring us.
I think that 500 cities is a lot for one person, but we should definitely expand to something else.
Sorry to disappoint, but I'm siding with Attila. War strategy are far more important than the points that you guys are bringing up. War is the best way to gain power, and people already fear our presence.
So,
May exit now.
The Huns were never converted to Christianity by the Romans and remained pagans. Shamanism, the animistic belief system in which all things have a spiritual, including animals, plants, rocks, rivers. This is the belief system practiced by the Huns. They held animals at very high significance. Many animals symbolize something, especially the bear that symbolizes peace, the wolverine that symbolizes war, and the birds of prey such as hawks and eagles that symbolize nobility and royalty. Whenever spirits needed to be consulted, the Huns would go to their spiritual specialist, a shaman. It was chronicled that the Huns never went into battle without consulting their shaman.
hi, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
So I get that you're an expert on the writing languages and arts of the Hunnic Empire.
That is correct.
Okay, so to begin off, could you tell me that they have a formal writing system?
Even though the Huns were skillful warriors, they were illiterate. Little to no data have been recorded of the Hunnic language because they did not have a writing system.
Well, it's interesting to see how long they survived without a writing system. Could you tell me of any languages they spoke?
They were multi-dialect speakers from Asia.
So they spoke multiple languages instead of one?
That's correct.
Alright, so tell me of any specific terms they used.
One word that have been recorded, Cronus, suggests they were heavy drinkers.
Alright. So tell me of the art style, the art.
The Huns used a lot of symbolism in their art. They crafted armor for their horses and rode them into battle. They even had body jewelry, such as crowns and plates. They often used birds of prey as a symbolism of nobility. One of their most frequent used animals in their art were horses, which had mystical meaning. And Hunnic art actually influenced the way Goths crafted their art. The Huns even crafted cauldrons to warm up their food.
The Huns were around the 4th to 5th century. How did they have technology?
Well, the Huns didn't have technology in the literal sense. You're thinking of some sort of device. For the Huns, their technology were warfare strategies and innovative combat.
Can you elaborate?
Yes, the Huns were ferocious in battle. They were rarely seen off horseback. They made negotiations on horseback. Many others after them were influenced by their fighting style and barbaric ways.
Well, during World War I and II, the Germans were often referred to as the Huns by their opponents because they were seen as uncouth and threatening the world peace.
I heard that the Huns were the cause of the Roman Empire's fall.
The empire's fall usually dates to 476 AD, and Attila played a large role in this. The financial demands and the destruction from the raids played a crisis in this role, and the empire eventually disintegrated. Attila's wedding ended in tragedy. Attila married Ildiko in 453 CE. This night he celebrated a bit too much. The Hunnic leader was found dead the morning after. It was told that Attila had been feasting on his wedding night and overindulgence took his life. He had given himself up to excessive joy as he lay on his back, heavy with wine and sleep, which led to the bursting of his blood vessel, causing a rush of superfluous blood to pour into his throat, thus choking him to death. His ultimate drunkenness led to his demise. According to the Roman historian Priscus of Panium, the Hunnic men cut their long hair and slashed their cheeks so that the greatest of all warriors should be mourned not with tears or with wailing, but with the blood of men. Then followed a day of grief, feasting, and funeral games. That night, far beyond the frontiers of the Roman Empire, Attila was buried. His body was encased in 3 coffins, the innermost in gold, a second in silver, and a third in iron. The gold and silver symbolized the plunder that Attila had seized, while the iron symbolized his victories. Attila's death marked the ending of the Hunnic Empire. Without Attila's commanding presence and fearsome reputation, the Hunnic Empire began to crumble. The 3 sons, Elek, Dejanzik, and Ernak, fought over what they wanted and eventually split the empire into 3. Civil war ensued as the brothers fought each other to increase the territory they controlled. While this was going on, vassals of the Huns saw it as an opportunity to gain their independence. The first of these to rise against the Huns was Arderic, the king of Gepidae. In 454 AD, the Huns were defeated at the Battle of Nadeo by Arderic, and Elek was killed. Other tribes quickly followed Arderic's lead, and the Hunnic Empire was soon dissolved.
Come on. Come on, I got this. We got it like that.
No! Why would you report like that?
Give him the phone!
Give him the phone.
Ooh, it wasn't good. You got a keys to.
Give him the phone, Makai.
Out here. Okay. Come on, Twinkie.
2, 1.
I ain't your Twinkie. Get that Twinkie wrong.
I'm gonna hurt you. I'm not.